Hello students, welcome to lesson 2-2. This is going to be on exponents. So go ahead and write that on your fresh page, exponents. And be sure to label it with the next page number and add that to your table of contents. I've already done that, so you can do that quickly. 2-2. Exponents, and mine is going to start on page 13. Yours may be on another page. Remember that if anytime you get behind in this video, feel free to pause. You can also back up and replay a section if you miss it. I'm going to continue on. So in today's notes, we want to talk about exponents. So let's start by defining an exponent. An exponent tells how many times a base is to be used as a factor. An exponent tells how many times a base is to be used as a factor. Keywords to know: exponent and base. So let me give you an example to illustrate this for you. My example is going to be 2 to the third power. The 2 is a base. And the 3 is the exponent. And you notice how I said 2 to the third power, or 2 cubed is also something that you can say. Both are correct. When you have a base, the base is the part that gets multiplied this many times. So 2 times 2 times 2. So I end up getting 3 number 2's. 2 times 2 times 2, or 2 3 times. To solve it, I take 2 times 2, which is 4, and then I take 4 times the final 2 to get 8. So if I evaluate the expression, it's going to be 8. So now another thing that you need to know, there's a few vocabulary words that are going to be very important to this section. One of them is standard form. Standard form is when a number is written without an exponent. A number is written without an exponent. So, for example, if I have just any number like 49, that is written in standard form. Another term that you need to know in this section is exponential form. Exponential form. Exponential form is when a number is written with an exponent. So I'm sure you can already guess, but an example of that would be 7 to the second power, or 7 squared. Another term that you need to know is going to be a mathematical expression. So let's add that. Mathematical expression. And a mathematical expression is a math phrase. And this math phrase uses numbers. In expanded form. So I'm going to try to define both of these for you with the same example. So a mathematical expression is a math phrase or a number sentence. An expanded form would be when you are writing it out with different symbols for adding, subtracting, multiplying, and dividing. So for example, a mathematical expression is 2 plus 3 divided by 7. That's a mathematical expression. I'm using symbols for addition and division, and I'm writing it out in expanded form. Another example of this would be 3 times 3 times 3 times 5. That is also expanded form. And those are expressions because now I'm using multiplication symbols. Last term to know is going to be evaluate. Now, evaluate, you probably think of it as being a testing word, evaluate. Evaluate means to perform the operation. Perform the operation. Such as multiplication, division, subtraction, so forth. You perform the operation in the expression. Right? The mathematical expression. These are the mathematical expressions. You're going to perform the operation or operations in the expression. So my example for this would be, let's say 2 times 3. That's the expression. And when I evaluate it, it is 6. So we don't say solve, we say evaluate the expression. If I evaluate 2 times 3, then it's 6. Please make sure that you have copied these notes down in your notebook and that you go back and make sure you add it to your table of contents. And that will conclude this lesson.